It is Saturday, September 14th at 11:36 a.m. 11:3600 hours, and I'm heading out to hunt for the day. Going similar to the area where I missed. I've got a handful of places to check out. I've never seen them before, so I'm kind of just going off of map recon. So two of them are going to jump in close from the vehicle, and one of them I'm going to have to walk about 1.5 miles through. There's about 3 or 4 places on that 1.5 mile stretch. So if all of that is a bust, I'm going to relocate. That's why I'm kind of starting early for kind of an evening, more of an evening hunt. However, if the sign is really good where I walk down to, I'll kind of just be stuck down there for a good number of hours. So I've got my backpack, I've got some snacks, I got plenty of water, I've got a little chair, I've got a camera with tripod, as well as a myriad of action cameras. Hopefully we can make something happen today. We shall see. I'm not going to take any chances today. Everything I check, I'm going to spray my boots first. Since it's the first spray they've had in a while, we'll hit them good. Well, there's water. Let's go check the footprints. Those are deer. They look pretty big, but mud makes them look bigger than they are. Otherwise, it'd be a pretty small elk. I got deer and probably coyote and bobcat. That's about it. That second water hole was dry and hasn't had water in a long time. So now I'm heading over to the spot where I need to do my hike and check out a few more spots. And I'm telling you what, it is every bit of 90 degrees out right now. It's hot. No unnecessary chances today. Well, I'm down here. The first spot was dry, so now I'm at spot number 2 on my hike, and I can't tell anything from up here. Right down there, I'm going to have to go down and take a look. Well, it's drier than chalk white dog poop. This is the fattest grasshopper I've ever seen. It's as long as this action camera and almost as thick as my thumb. Hey, check it out, it's Andrew. Yeah. And he's not finding him either.
Wow. How did he find Dub?
I haven't found one piece of sign. Not a thing. Not even a footprint. Not even old poop.
I found that, but it's so dry down there you can't judge it. You know what I mean?
Well, Andrew and I commiserated a little bit, and we're both going to relocate, but to different areas. So we're going to have this whole place covered up and looked at, and we still can't find anything. It's taken me a while to relocate, and I totally just ate this bag of chips. Andrew's got some eyes on elk right now, and based off the wind and the way it looks like they're coming, he's in a pretty good spot, so good luck to him. I hope he gets one tonight. I'll help him out when I leave here. Well, at least that's some sign. Looks like a cow and a calf. Well, I'm going up another hill, and it's hot and I'm sweating pretty good. Man, the wind has stopped. It's really calm. I'm going to have to be slow. I think I can see the crest of the hill.
I'm gonna have to be slow because it's very quiet. Try to stay in the shadows in case they pop over the crest. There's been some footprints on this hill, which is a lot more than I've seen so far.
So I finally make it to that spot, and it turns out it's a break in that cliff line on top of the hill. There's some good sign coming up over the top down in that saddle. Now with 10 minutes left of legal light, I start hearing some cow calls, and they're coming down from over off to my left a little ways. So I try to call to them, see if they'll come over to me, but there was nothing doing. They were dead set on heading down the hill. Well, it is Sunday, September 15th, and I must be a glutton for punishment because I'm heading back out again. Kind of feel like I'm just banging my head against the wall, but I was within a few hundred yards of those ones that came down last night. Maybe 200, maybe as far as 400, but I think I've identified where they came down off the hill. So I'm gonna go back to that spot. I'm gonna get up on top of that mountain or large hill and kind of see what I can see. And if I'm not getting any bugles or I'm not getting any response, then I'll try to figure out where they came down last night from the top side. And if I just got nothing there, then I'll sit just over the little dip where I was last night, because that was a pretty cool little spot. There's fresh sign there, so maybe if I sit there tonight, you know, maybe they hit that every other night or every third night, you know, it increases my odds. I didn't go up on the other side of it, so I wouldn't have put any human scent in that area. So if I just crack over the top tonight, or even just get right on the top tonight, then that's it. But that's the last time I'm going to hunt this area. So regardless of what happens tonight, that's it. Barring something nice happening tonight, I'm going to have to figure something out and figure out somewhere else to go. Got a potential water hole over here to check out, but I'm not going to take any chances. Spray down our feet.
Here's some fresh looking elk tracks in here. Look at that size. I know that the mud amplifies a footprint size, but that's still really big. Those look fresh because they're not real dry inside. The turned up dirt's dry. That looks like one went in, turned around and came back out. You can see the footprints in the real soupy stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Definitely got deer. Definitely got raccoons. Looks like maybe a bobcat. Bunch of deer. Can't quite tell. Those might be a little big, but they don't look overly fresh. That's a wallow. You can see the hair. Look at this. You can see where it laid down right there. That's definitely an elk. The size footprints around it. These over here look like deer. They're just not that big. Hey, look, people tracks. And bear poop. Now I'm on top of the mountain. I was kind of halfway up last night. I'm going to check out a few spots and then kind of go over on into the area that I was last night. There's some serious cliffs and terrain.
Down there is where I was standing last night.
Now to get up here, I've got to do a little rock climb. It's going pretty good till I get here, and that ledge is going to cause me problems. Between my bow in my hand and my pack on my back, it takes me a while to figure out what I got to do, because I'm really concerned about trying to step over and my pack catching on that ledge. I am obviously not the smartest dude around. I finally found where they came down last night. A couple of footprints that way, a couple going right there, one went around this way. So, this is where they came down. And I can see why. It's a real easy slope, and for them it'd be fairly good footing. So then that begs the question, sit up here or the water hole? My gut tells me the water hole, but if I'm up here, I can also potentially hear bugles or chirps, cows, bulls, and potentially be able to make a move on them, be able to adjust my position a little bit. And there's been some single lone bull tracks up here, and so I'm almost thinking this is my better odds. For some reason that trail in the low spot on this side just didn't look very wore in. Who knows, it's probably these same half dozen cows, or 3 or 4 cows, come down over here, come down over there, come down over there, so maybe it's more of a crapshoot than anything here. Pretty sure I just heard a bugle way out there. I'll have to make my decision in the next few minutes. It's going to take me a while to walk back to the vehicle, get over to the water hole, walk into the water hole, build a quick hasty blind. But I don't know, I might just sit up here. Wind's going to be real good, either here or the water hole. So wind's not an issue. Dang. No matter what, if I see nothing here, I'll really feel like I should have sat the water hole. If I go down there and don't see anything, then I should have been up here. That's the way that goes. I crept a few hundred yards towards the direction of that bugle, and he answered me on the first one. Didn't answer me on the second one, and I just heard him twice again. So So I'm going to see if he gets any closer. And then make sure that my downwind side, I keep a listen out that way so he doesn't try to backdoor me and wind me. Let's see. We got a few hours till legal. That bull just bugled and chuckled out this way, but it still sounds like he's across the canyon. Now the rest of the night, the wind ended up just blowing out my audio, so that video clip is worthless. So the gist of the night was, I had to listen to that bull over there, and I couldn't get to him. It was only after I was able to get home and study a map real good that I think I have a plan to get to him should this problem arise next year. So I'm afraid that the evening closes and I don't get to lay eyes on any elk. But on the way out, look at this dude. I don't see many of these in Colorado. Very little. He's only, if you stretched him out, he might be 3 inches. And that was my weekend of hunting. It wasn't the most exciting, it wasn't the most adventurous, but that was my reality. Thanks for watching.